Should you just stay in your own lane? Yeah, pretty much. Glory be to God. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Garrett, and we're back again for another episode of Yeah, Pretty Much, a show where I talk about pretty much anything, everything, and nothing for 10 minutes every single Monday. This is also a vlog channel, so go ahead and check out the vlogs. I got dumb vlogs on there, and when I say dumb vlogs, I don't mean like they're dumb. I mean like I have a lot of vlogs. So you should go check those out. We're on episode 88. I don't know why I called it episode, but we're on vlog 88. So I'm trying to get to season 3. Right now we're in season 2. Subscribe. I would appreciate that. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. But if I don't make it, it's all good because it's all just a number. You know what I'm saying? Today, I was going to talk about the house hunting situation that Ashley and I are on. That's why I dropped that vlog last week. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to talk about that. So I thought, what could I talk about? And I'm going to talk about staying in your lane, because if you're a real one, you know that I dropped a video game play, like a video game play. Like I played a video game and recorded it. And it was inspired by my homeboy Fallon. He has a gaming channel. And I was like, I've never done that before. I think that would be cool if I did it. But then something told me, which I believe was probably the Holy Spirit, something told me, you know what, Garrett, that's not what I called you to do. I didn't call you to play video games and record it and then drop that kind of content. And that reminds me of a time where if you know my vlogs, then there's another time where I was going to do Christian movie reviews, but the same thing happened. I used to want to do Christian movie reviews, but that's not my ministry. So if somebody wants to steal that idea, go for it. I don't care.
Why is that not your ministry?
Because God told me.
Oh, okay.
It was something that I wanted to do, but not something that I was called to do. As a creative person, I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things that I would like to do, and I feel like I would do them well. And that's all good and Gucci. But if that's not what my lane is, then there's no point in doing it. So I was literally in the middle of recording the video for today when I was talking about houses and whatnot. But like literally in the middle of it, I just heard something say like, nah, that's not what I want you to talk about. So you gotta really pay attention to that voice that's in your head that tells you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, especially in these days. You know what I'm saying? A lot's happening, a lot's going on, a lot of decisions have to be made, and you gotta listen to that voice in your head. You gotta listen to the Spirit. The Spirit will lead you and guide you in all the directions that you need to be going, because as time draws nearer and nearer to an end, you really gotta make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because I don't think God's playing around anymore. Like, I think God is like, all right, my son coming back soon, so I need to make sure my saints are straight and they doing what I've told them to do and what I've called them to do. So, and it may seem minuscule, like, really? He told you not to make a gaming video? Look, I don't know what could have came out of it. I don't know what would have happened in regards to doing it. But God does. So it's very important to stay in your lane. You know what you're good at. You know what you do better than anybody else. Just do that. And you know what's crazy? I used to wonder all the time, like when somebody gets famous for something, like if someone makes a video and it goes viral, they just keep making videos like that and they just keep getting millions of views. And I'm always like, why on earth do they keep making these videos? Because that's their lane. That's the lane that they're supposed to be in. That's what popped them off. So they just keep riding that wave. And it's like, I don't know why it's so hard for people, including myself, to just ride a wave. Like, if you do something good and people like it, just keep doing it. But for some reason, it's like I don't like to beat something down. So I don't like to continuously do something over and over again, because I feel like people are going to get tired of it. But if you really think about it, people love stuff. They love to see certain things. They love to do similar things. Like, and even me, I'm a creature of habit. If Quick Trip got the best gas, that's where I'm going every single time. Like, there's plenty of other gas stations, but I always go to Quick Trip if I feel like they got good gas. And I do feel that way. Shell and Quick Trip got the best gas. Don't at me. But speaking of gas, shout out to these low gas prices. Like, it's kind of nerve-wracking to go to the gas station, but those gas prices, I'm digging the gas prices. But anyways, stay in your own lane. Like, for instance, we'll use some Bible. We'll throw some Bible on it. So, Jonah in the well, right? Jonah was called to go to Nineveh and preach to the people and tell them that what God told him to tell them, right? Jonah was like, nah, I'm not going. If I go, you're just gonna forgive them. So like, nah. God's like, nah, you're gonna go, fam. So then Jonah goes, he gets on the boat, he's all mad or whatever. So then he's just like, you know what? I'm not doing it. And so the storm starts coming, and the boat's rocking. Everybody on the boat scared. Jonah knows the reason why the boat's rocking is because he being all defiant. So he just tells them like, yo, throw me off the boat. Just throw me off the boat. Y'all want the boat to stop rocking? Just throw me off. They were like, bet. You threw that boy off the boat. He got caught up in the well, as you all know. And it wasn't until he repented that he got spit out of the well. And then after he got spit out the well, we all know he ended up going to Nineveh anyway. So, what is that? What can you could relate that story to a lot of things. But in context of what I'm talking about now, when God calls you to do something, just do it. Just do it. You may not want to do it. You may think you don't want to do it. But here's what ends up happening. When you get in line with God and you do what he has called you to do, you actually end up loving it because it's in you. You know what I'm saying? It's in you. So when it's something that you were not called to do, you're going to get pushback. You're going to go through all kinds of trials. You're going to go through all kinds of things because that's not what you were supposed to do. Do what you were called to do. And if you don't know what you were called to do, seek God. Seek God and figure out what it is that you were called to do. That's what we should all be doing right now. I feel like a lot of people would not be tripping right now and stressed out if they were doing what they were called to do. If you know the calling that God has over your life, you don't get worried about nothing because you know, just like Jonah in the well, it's going to come to pass. See, look, I didn't even mean to preach today. I didn't even want to preach. But listen to me, just do what you were called to do. Don't try to do something outside of the calling that God gave you, especially not in these times. Stay in your lane. I think LeVar Ball said that one time.
Stay in your lane.
What are you called to do? Leave in the comments below. Oop, that was my wedding ring on the table. But anyways, what were you called to do? Leave in the comments below. What were you called to do, or what do you think your calling is? And are you doing what you were called to do? I know right now the pandemic is going on and everybody's pretty much at home. But before all this, were you doing what you were called to do? And do you think that you can still do what you were called to do when all this is over? Because this will end. This too shall pass. I don't know why I keep shrugging and shaking my head and talking like this, but hey, leave in the comments below what you were called to do. I love y'all. Glory be to God. I will talk to y'all next week. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
I got 2 vlogs coming this week. 2 new vlogs, Tuesday and Thursday. So be on the lookout for those. See y'all. Peace. It been hard, but we keep on going. We been indoor for a night, joy come in the morning. We could give up if we want, but that way too boring. I would rather pray forward to the higher calling, yeah.